The holidays are upon us. I can't believe it's almost Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming. And I'm so excited to see family, and it's just the perfect Hallmark weather. But do you get stressed at the holidays? Do you have an increased stress during the holidays? Can family be stressful? Getting gifts, work, money, finances? What can you do during the holidays to really help reduce the stress? My name's Jen McBride, and I have a YouTube channel, All Is Light, and I just have this channel to help me remember things that I want to remember that can help me be happier and healthier. One of the things that really helps me decrease stress any time of the year, but especially during the holidays, is to take 5 minutes every day at the end of the day and look for how I have seen God's hand in my life. I look for it, I pray for it, and I try to write down a few things. Now, most of the world will say a gratitude journal is so good. And gratitude journals are so good. What are we grateful for? But what if we just take it up a notch and look to God for some help? What if we prayerfully consider how we've seen God's hand in our life instead of focusing on all the negative things at work or at school or with our family or with finances or with the holidays? What if we look for God's hand in our life? What if, like the wise men, we look to the star? What if we look for that direction that we stand in need of? What might happen in our life if we choose to look for God's hand in his miracles? Would that not increase our faith? Would that not increase our reliance upon him, knowing that he's there to help us with all the crazy that's going to go happen, and how, even though it's exciting and wonderful, there's just some added stress at the holidays. And that's normal. Stress is a part of life. Challenges are a part of our life. And even though the holidays are wonderful, they can also be stressful. So one thing we can do to decrease that stress is to take 5 minutes at the end of every day and say a prayer and ask God to help him bring things to your remembrance of how he was in your life, miracles he provided for you or those you love. The other day, I went to one of my classes and one of my students hasn't been able to see his son for a while. And he got to spend that day with his son. What a tender mercy, what a miracle. I saw God's hand in my student's life. What are the miracles in your life? What doors is God opening? What kindness is he showing you through the kindness of a stranger? When I take the time to do this simple activity, 5 minutes, how have I seen God's hand? Say a prayer and write a few things down. When I do it, I'm happier. I'm humbler. Is that a word, humbler? I'm going to make a new word, humbler. I am more humble. I am more grateful. And I feel and experience God's love in my life more powerfully. And the more I do that, the more my faith increases. And the more I'm like, when another problem comes, I'm like, I wonder how God's going to help me with this problem. He's helped me with all these other things. Why wouldn't he help me with this? I know God is real. I know we're his children and he cares about us and he wants to help us with our problems. He wants to help us. And one of the ways that I've recognized his help is by taking the time every day to say, how have I seen God's hand in my life? How have I seen his miracles in the lives of those I love? And by writing them down, I can remember them. Don't you think the scriptures, the Bible, is full of these accounts? Do you remember in the book of Joshua, where the Lord commands Joshua to go pick up the stones? And why did he ask him to pick those up? So you will remember. When your children ask, what are those stones for? Why do you have those? It's so that you can testify that God stopped the Jordan River so you could pass through to the promised land. Over and over in the scriptures are accounts of how God has helped his people, how God has helped them solve the problems. Problems are a part of this life. The scriptures are full of problems, just like our lives are full of problems, just like poor Jesus Christ and the challenges he and his family and his stepdad, Joseph, faced. They faced challenges, but how did God provide miracles in their life? In the life of Moses, in the life of Joshua? God is in the details. He's in our life, and he loves to help us. But we are happier and less stressful when we see his hand in our life. The holidays are upon us. It is a time to celebrate Thanksgiving. It is a time to celebrate the joy of Christmas, the real gift of our Savior Jesus Christ. And it's a time that we can reflect every day on how we have seen God's hand in our life. When I do this, I'm happier, and I invite you this holiday season to take a few minutes and look for how you've seen God's hand in your life. Thank you for joining me in Morning Messages of Hope and Inspiration. My name's Jen McBride, and if you'd like to hear more messages, please check out my YouTube channel, All Is Light. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Love ya.